Good evening, gamers.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Hope you're all doing well and hope you're ready for a little bit of Tinto talking and a little bit of Stellaris fighting. We have a crisis to fight in Stellaris and we have a Tinto talk to read. We have things to do today. And you know what? I'm in a bad mood today, chat. Better watch out. Better watch out. I didn't sleep very well last night, and then I made the worst mistake anyone can ever make, especially when you're tired. And do you know what that is? I went and played in the New World in EU4. Shouldn't have done that. I should have not done that today. Destroyed my mental before stream even started. Rippy dippy. Not a good idea. The things I do to try and get achievements in EU4 is astounding. Stupid quiz pro quo achievement. I'm trying to get it. I don't want to do it on stream because it's boring as hell. I just sit there the whole time doing nothing until I somehow have to take 2 provinces off of France. And man, that just sucks. It just sucks. I don't like it. I don't like it. Motley, thank you for the 35 months. Appreciate that. And hello, Scottish. Hello, Edelbeck, Marker Bark. Hope you're both doing well today as well. New World stream? No. No, I'm trying to get all of the achievements that are just not interesting out of the way. You know, like there's a lot of long achievements that I'm fine streaming because at least they're like interesting in some way. But the New World ones are just not interesting. Friend of yours lost their mind doing that achievement? Yeah, it sucks. I think that's one of 2 New World achievements I have left. I also have Maya Pahit, starting as any Mayan country for Maya, and own or have a subject own the island of Java. So I'll have to do that one eventually as well. Oh, but I've got all the other ones done, and then I can just play regular EU4. Nothing makes you realize that the New World in EU4 was not designed with EU4 mechanics in mind than playing in the New World. Nidius, hello, how you doing? It's like, you don't have buildings to build, you don't take as many techs, well actually you take more techs in the long term, but you know, early on you don't take techs, you don't really interact with trade at all, you just sit there for so long and then you start getting cycled by the Europeans and it's like, all right, cool. Cool. But that's fine. I'll get it done and then we'll do some achievement runs for the base game. Probably next, honestly. After this Stellaris run, I think we'll do an achievement. Because I'd like to get them done. Doing good, you're playing NWN. WN? What does that stand for? End game. Oh, Neverwinter Nights. If that's what you're talking about. If not, have eat your greens. I do have to eat your greens at some point. I do gotta do it at some point. That is one of the big achievements left that I have not completed yet. But I'd like to finish all of the achievements before Flurry finishes the achievements twice. You know, I don't want to get lapped out here. I just want to get them done. I'm not trying to do them on very hard. I'm just trying to do them in general. And, you know, just have them. That way I can be done with EU4, go to EU5, ready to rock and roll. Then maybe all the hours I put into the game will count for something. I can be like, hey, look, since everybody looks at everybody else's Steam pages, at their achievements, I can be like, look, see what I did? Impressive. Hello, 5 Camps. Top 30 Ambinar mission trees when? Well, keep an eye on the YouTube channel, the regular one. I don't know about 30, but keep an eye out. Something coming that way soon, TM. As soon as I actually make the thing and do the thing. But hopefully within the next couple of days. As I keep saying, and I keep moving the next couple of days along, but it'll be fine. You want to get all the Indian achievements? I think I have most of them. I don't have the Orissa one. Let's see, what else do I not have? Don't have Orissa. Eat your greens. Well, no, kale's not technically in India, right? It's in there, right next to it. I guess Mughals technically counts. Yeah, I gotta simulate at least 12 culture groups. I've done it before. I just have to do it again because they added the achievement. Anything else for me? I don't think so. No, it's just, I just have the one then. Just the Arista achievement. You have one achievement and it's the royal marriage. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. That's pretty impressive. Hello, Fallen Angel. How you doing? Yeah, Kale is in Burma. But I want them all. I'm greedy like that. I want all the achievement. That way I can feel accomplished about it. Even though it means nothing. In the grand scheme of things. Having an achievement or not is irrelevant. You have no achievements because you never once played the game on Iron Man. I respect the self-restraint that must take. You know? Because like, I see achievements in the game and I'm like, damn, I want to get those. I want that. And it's so easy to just turn on Iron Man and get like a super easy achievement. I don't think I could restrain myself from not just getting like a royal marriage or one of the easier achievements in the game. I don't know. I haven't looked at them in a long time. I got all the easy ones. Now it's just hard ones. Hard ones or long ones. Yeah. That'll be something that I'll have to do over time. But I'll have to lock in and get it done. Hey, Roxo, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, other than slightly crashing out from playing in the New World, I did sleep just horrifically last night. I don't even know why. I went to bed a little bit later than I wanted to because the VOD from yesterday took longer to process, and I ended up just going to bed anyways because it wasn't processing fast enough. And then I woke up like every 2 hours, and then I was only gonna get 7 hours of sleep anyways because I had to get up, and so I got terrible sleep. So I've just been squinting all day, like, oh, dude, this is freaking rough. And I was gonna take a nap when I got home, but I was like, no, because then it'll mess up my sleep tonight as well, and I can't be having that. So I'm just toughing it out. So if I fall asleep on stream, that's why. You only have that because you accidentally turned on Iron Man and didn't realize until I got it. Wait, so you started a run on Iron Man on accident, made a royal marriage, saw the achievement popped up, and then exited out and started not in Iron Man? That's crazy. I respect that. Wouldn't even know what to do without achievements. Yeah, me neither. Oh, I dropped things. Actually, that's not, well, for EU4, I agree. I don't really know what I do without the achievements to at least give me some goals to go after. EU5, I think there's going to be lots of opportunities to do cool things without missions, just because the kind of the cultural system and religious system and tech system and stuff is going to be a little bit more dynamic than EU4, right? I think it'll be, yeah, some interesting runs that you can do. I would love to see some gameplay of EU5 that is in a bad area, right? That's like super mountainous, maybe full of jungles. I don't know, somewhere that's not good for control, that has a bunch of different cultures and maybe a bunch of different religions, and just see how the game looks, or playing in a low population nation as well, just to see what that feels like, to know how difficult is difficult going to get. I know that Flurry was playing as Granada and couldn't get a good run going, which sounds pretty good that the game may actually be super difficult. Ethiopia? They got a lot of dudes. They got a lot of dudes in Ethiopia though. But yeah, that would definitely be a tough one, I would assume. For you, at this point, every game you played for the last 5 years, just select an achievement and playing for it. That's what I do when I play base game. Obviously, I have a lot of Anbanar as well. So much Anbanar. And I have a couple of the Anbanar achievements. I have no intention of getting every Anbanar achievement though. You can't make me do the 1-1-1 achievement. I don't ever want to do another world conquest in Anbanar ever again. No way. Coward? No. I destroyed my mental health for the Tellum. I don't need to do it again. High pop, isolated, no danger really from outside for a long time. Well, I guess it depends on how aggressive the Mamluk AI would be for an Ethiopia game. But if they're not that aggressive, then yeah, you can kind of just chill and do your own thing. Someone did Mali? Did they? Ooh, I must have missed that one. Must have not seen that. Hey, that just means more EU5 for me to watch afterwards. Don't think there is a connection between the two, is there? I mean, I would assume you just walk up the Nile. Just walk the fuck up there. Maybe not. In base game, achievements give you gold, and MMR, the mission trees are the real goal? Yeah. Yep, doing each mission tree is kind of like its own little achievement. It's nice to have goals to go towards, you know? But it's on your own, it can also be fun. Like the Brisson max movement speed that I've been talking about. I have kind of started to make a little bit of a plan for it, of who to start as, you know, what religion do we want to be, what race for military and admin do we want to be. So we're going to get that, and we're going to zoom across Bulwar faster than anyone's ever done it. The fact that Flurry is struggling is a bit worrying. If he can't do it, how will mere mortals like us be able to? Well, fun fact, I think Flurry is also mortal. Sorry to burst your bubble here and ruin your burgeoning religion. I think that dude's just a dude. But also, Granada should probably be hard. It should probably be super hard start. Faster than Rail Skulker, you need to see that. You can get some pretty good movement bonuses along the Golden Highway. Pretty good stuff. Ooh. There was also at one point where I talked about doing a run where we only take Golden Highway provinces, but I don't think that would work as well for the max speed, because there is some swapping around that we'll probably have to do in order to get said speed. And we'll need land outside of it. But there's definitely interesting things you can do in Anbanar without just following a mission tree and even specifically going against it. The hard part is, number one, the mission trees are cool, and number two, the mission trees are strong. So you'd be giving up a lot of power just to do something different. Which, there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, it's tempting to get the good bonuses. Like in Anbanar, I don't really use subjects at all. You know, and most mission trees don't have subjects unless they're like special subjects, which is very valid. It's very valid because subjects can be a little finicky, like if they're existing, if their cores are there, you know, if they're independent or not already, blah blah blah, whatever. But subjects are really good in EU4, especially in the early game. Habibi said someone played with Molly, but no one uploaded it. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I watched pretty much all of them. I think I would have remembered if I saw a Molly game, because I would have clicked on it. Because when I saw the Korea game, I was like, boom, click immediately. I know there's plenty of people playing in Europe. I want to see what it's like outside of Europe too, to see how the game balance works. If it's specifically balanced for Europe or just in general outside as well. Subjects seem even more important in U5. They definitely do. It definitely seems like you're going to want like 1 or 2 maybe allies and then subjects to control territory, whether that be colonial subjects or just regular subjects in terrain that's far away from your capital, so that way they can exploit the resources more readily, which I think is interesting. We'll still have to wait and see on like how much conquest is too much conquest in EU5. You know, like, can I just expand and take land and have it with low control and just own it for now and eventually I'll make it better? Or is it better to just not blob as much and focus on subjects a lot more? Another thing to think about is you get a lot of money in EU4 by going to war. So I wonder how that cost-benefit analysis is going to work in EU5. I think once you get professional armies, it kind of goes back to normal. where it's like, well, you know, if I can make more money going to war than I could staying, maybe it's worth it. The fact that you could kill pops though during a war, it's like, well, if I'm going to take the territory eventually, I wouldn't want to kill pops now. But it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Let me in. Let me in. I want to play. You also spend a lot of money in war and lose pops as well. True. So it's like, but right now money doesn't seem like too big of a problem in EU5. It seems like pretty much everybody's rich. Though trade has been adjusted, so maybe that has adjusted the economy in general, but it still feels like a lot. If you're really interested in the economy of the version of EU5 that we have seen, and I'm saying this because we're going to transition to the Tinto Talk. Generalist Gaming did a deep dive into his Korea game. Let me get the link to it real quick. Here, I'll put it in chat. If you want a real deep dive into the economy, that's the video to watch. He's got spreadsheets and all kinds of stuff. I'm so happy for him. He's a Vic 3 content creator, and now he has an off-ramp. He has somewhere else he can go. Let's go. Saved by EU5. He's gonna be free. I don't know if he's gonna stop making Vic 3 content, but he has the opportunity now. You might be able to keep others weak by killing their pops. Yeah, I mean, that's true. But the question is, do you want that? Because from Mayo and taxes, it can be good to lower pops. But at the same time, less pops on the planet means less people that can buy things and sell things. And less people that you can conquer and integrate. Right? So it's like, I don't know if it's really ever worth it to kill pops if you can help not do that. Because you can always export goods to that market or to that person and they will buy your stuff and that makes you money. But their pops have to be alive for that. Did you see what posted in general about how you're limited in far as you can go on societal value based on how much monthly gain you get? Yes, I did see that. I still don't know how I feel about it though. Like yeah, I did see it. Do you trade with rivals? I mean, I think you can not do that. You can embargo them and whatnot. Can imagine an England game where you just bully everyone by killing their pops. Yeah, but you got to expend pops to bully pops. But that is true. That is an option. What are they going to do? Land on your island? No. Unless you're playing poorly, that is. All right, let's go over today's Tinto Talk. Today is about... I think it's just the religions in India. I believe is what we're yapping about. I think it's a much better system than having a system that pulls you to equilibrium. Yes, but maybe there just needs to be more debuffs or something. And also, they just have to get rid of the tech cost from Inno. Literally, just get rid of the tech cost from Inno. I think you can't put tech cost in an equilibrium like that because then there's only one right answer. Because tech is everything, and always is. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have a better idea of how it feels when I actually get my hands on the game and seeing what exactly causes it to increase and decrease. Hope performance is good. I'm gonna assume it's gonna take a pretty decent computer to play in the end for performance stuff. Hopefully they optimize it well. All right, Tinto Talks number 63. Hello and welcome to another Tinto Talk, the Happy Wednesdays, where we talk about Europa Universalis 5 first Tinto Talk after the official announcement. Today, we will be taking a look at 3 of the religions born in India: Hinduism, Jainism, and Sikhism, which in the game are part of the Dharmic religion group. So let's start by taking a look at the religious divide of India at the start of the game in 1337. It's very Hindu. Extremely Hindu. That being said, what are these religions? Sarnaist? This is Parem or something? That'll be a fun run, converting all of India to one of those religions. There's also, it looks like, Sora down here. And you've got Theravada down on the island, of course. Interesting. We now have an interesting feature when in the religious map mode, as by hovering over a certain religion in the religious breakdown, you can check the religious spread and heat map of the said religion. Let's check Hinduism and Jainism, as both are present in 1337. Scroll out so I can see all of it at once. Okay, so you click on Hinduism. Tells you a county, 3.44 million. Well, it's not just one count. It's like it's a nation, but still, that's crazy. That's a lot of people. Who would have thought? India? There's a lot of people there. It's wild. Let's see. Hinduism gives +1 religious figures allowed, +1 tolerance to the true faith, and +1 tolerance of heathen beliefs. So it shows you where big India or big Hindu populations are. Also, can I say, I don't like this button down here. You know what I mean? I don't like this button. I don't like where it is. It feels weird. I don't know what it is. As for Jainism, this gives enable self-control. Yes. Religious figures allowed +1. Monthly literacy 0.03%. Monasteries allowed. Yes. Cannot declare wars without CBs. There's only one. The county of Santara is the only nation that is Jainism in 1337. But there is some pops around India that are Jainism. But there's not many because it looks like it's a darker heat map here. Well, good luck to that county, I guess. Only 387,000. Fell off. Feels like a CK3 bubble? Yeah. Yeah, it does. That's a good way to describe it. Right, Hinduism. We went over the things there. 97 million Hindu pops in the world at game start. I was at 110. I'm at 100. I felt like I was a little zoomed in. Here's the society tab. So the liturgical language is Sanskrit, primary religion Hinduism, religious unity of 99.23, plus 3.6 primary religion tolerance, -4 tolerance of heathens, -2.5 of heretics. There are 3 holy sites and 35% conversion rate. Join branch, activate avatar, deactivate avatar. The first thing to talk about is the Hindu branches, which appears an icon in action in the panel. So there is Vaishnavism. I'm going to probably butcher all of these, and I'm so sorry. VJ is the largest one that I recognize there. There are 4 branches of Hinduism, and each one is represented through an international organization. Here you can say it all. So there is Vaishnavism, there is Shaivism, Shaktism, and Smartism. Okay. When you click on the international organization, each has its own panel. All right. Agendas and holy sites are what I want to see here. In Agenda, which is a common building block for different religions, you have a religious law set for each branch that defines its mechanics. This is the one for Vaishnavism. +3 avatars allowed. All right. I'm interested to see what these avatars are. Don't you love nested tooltips? Yes. Never again should there be a strategy game without nested tooltips. Civ 7. Anyways. Avatars are different aspects, manifestations, or incarnations that a particular god can take in Hinduism. God. A god, goddess, or deity is a supernatural being serving as a focus of worship for any particular religion, and usually assigned powers of control over certain aspects of the universe or human existence. Damn, bro. Project, or fucking Tinto out here telling us what God is. Get 3 instead of the 1. 3 whole avatars. It allows the country to activate as many 3 avatars of the god Vishnu, depending on having access to one of its holy sites. Now, does access mean nation of that religion controls it, nation that is Hindu controls it, or does the province or location have to be primary Hindu? Which of those means control? Or access. Sorry, not control. It says access. Each avatar has different modifiers attached to it. Okay, so this is kind of like how it works in EU4. Is there are a bunch of different choices that you have to choose from that you get a bonus from for your ruler. Though it seems that here you get more choices if you are a certain agenda. That can't be what they're actually called, right? They are called branches. Okay. Different branch. I didn't know if it was like a sect or a branch or what. But okay, fair enough. Choose the avatar. Select Messiah. Bangalore is owned by Vijay or is allied. Oh, okay. So you have to own it or be allied to the owner of it. There's the answer to my question. Brutal, though. Maybe there's some that you don't need to do that. Or maybe that is just what it is. And it's, you know, you got to choose what you got. Messiah. Each owned location is a port. Gets 1% monthly development growth? That feels pretty good. Messiah is the first avatar of Vishnu represented as a fish. He is thought to protect from floods and aquatic animals. Fishy? Real religion confirmed. Hey Amy, how you doing? Is it the middle of the night for you? Hold on, wait a minute. Shivism enables self-control. What does this mean? What does enable self-control? Self-control. With self-control at 0, we gain the following effects: 10% estate satisfaction equilibrium, 0.1 monthly prestige, 10% monthly research progress. Pause. Pause. That feels crazy. 10% monthly research progress seems wild. If we had self-control above 10, we would get minus 10% pop food consumption, minus 20% Diplo annexation cost, 0.01 stability investment, 0.1 rural migration attraction, 0.1 monthly towards spiritualist, scaling with our self-control. If we have self-control below 10, we would get 10% maximum tax, 10% pop food consumption, 20% income from vassal subjects, minus 0.05 monthly war exhaustion, monthly progress to belligerent 0.1. Okay, so scaling with ourselves. Well, how does that work? How is it if you get above 10, then you get these bonuses? Because it says scaling up. So do these just go down no matter what direction you go in? Because that's fine. Yeah, I guess that would be how that would work. If we go to like 1, then this would go to 9%, 9% and 0.9. And then this would go to minus 1% and minus 2% and minus 0.0001. Is the mathing? I think the math's mathing. And then plus 0.01. Okay, fair enough. So it's got a little bit of the EU4 Hindu mechanics and a little bit of the EU4... What's the one that goes back and forth? I'm just thinking Coronite. What is Coronite based off of? Is it? It's not Protestant. Protestant is church power. I guess it would be the Muslim mechanics, right? Islam mechanics? Buddhism. That's what I'm thinking of. Thank you. Buddhism. I was like, it has the... Islam has the mysticism and legalism, but that's not what it is. It's the Buddhism mechanics. Yeah. You gain or lose self-control by performing these actions. Also some random events. You can join branch, perform yoga, indulge in feasts, discard worldly possessions, indulge in bloodbath. One of these is not like the other. Joining the branch. Perform yoga gives you, just gives you 10 self-control. Indulging in feasts gives you minus 10. Wait a second. What's the point of having an equilibrium then if you just yoink it up to 10 with an event? Does it pull you back towards the equilibrium maybe? Well, this goes to 15. This is minus 15. So is it like above 10, then you start to get these, and then it scales up? I'm a little confused about it, but all right. Shektism. Avatars allowed +1. This only allows you to have one avatar active at any time of 10 possible, 5 in peace times and 5 in war times. By declaring war or stopping being at war makes you change from an avatar of one category to an avatar of the other. These avatars are randomly assigned, but you can change/reroll them using the change avatar action. The main difference with Vaishnavism is that you don't need to have access to a holy site. Oh, okay, so Vaishnavism, you don't have to have access to it. Everyone else, you do. But this one, you get, there's 5 and 5, and it randomly chooses whether you're at peace or at war. So this gives minus 0.1 monthly war exhaustion. Oh, and then there's Smartism, which enables Smartism gods. New gods unlocked? In Smartism, you want to have all 5 gods favored equally, or otherwise they will give you negative modifiers. You can favor one over the others, though, to get more benefits from that one, at the cost of getting these negative modifiers from the others. Okay. You can favor a god for 10 stability. And here's one of them. Ganesa. You gotta worship all gods equally. Prosperity recovery 0.1%. You worship all gods equally, you get 0.01% monthly literacy and 0.5% prosperity recovery. Oh, I see. If you worship all gods equally, you get 0.1%. If you are favoring Ganesa and you have access to a holy site and you worship all gods equally, then you get the literacy and recovery. If you are discriminating against them, then you get negative literacy and negative prosperity recovery of minus 5%. Damn. Don't make a man. Jainism. The Jain religion is part of the Dharmic religion group. Yes. The one guy. Good luck, Santara. I believe in you. Santara is the only country that starts with Jainism as its state religion. How early in do you think someone's going to try to play as these guys? See if they saw and fix their if-else tooltips to be readable. I thought I saw a while ago that they did change them. That there were lines. Like there were lines that connected to let you know what each group was a part of. I want that back. Like this sucks to read. It just sucks. Like I get it, but it's like I want to be able to look and understand like that and all of these, and then it's like it's the same indent as well. It's not even indented more. It might just be for the god. Like this is still a work in progress icon, so this could be work in progress as well. Jainism starts with interesting features as seen in the previous tooltip, of which the disallowance to declare wars without a CB might be the most striking one, as portraying the peaceful and self-defensive nature of this religion. On top of that, they also have a kind of similar behavior to Shaivism, with the addition of the karma mechanics on top of it. Okay, interesting. You can do a lot of the same things, and you can do a pilgrimage. Karma. Karma is measured on a scale from -100 to +100 and reflects the past deeds of a country. A country will benefit the most when its karma is in balance between -33 and +33. Okay, so this is just the Buddhist mechanics ported on in. It's Shaivism? What is? Oh, this one up here. Is it the big one? This one is just Shaivism? I guess that makes sense. It does read like that. Okay, karma. Plus 5% discipline. Plus 2 Diplo rep. If it's above 33, you get plus 1 Diplo rep. If it is below 33, you get 2.5 discipline. So no negatives for being above or below, huh? Just less bonuses. I suppose that's fine. Sikhism. Sikhism is a religion that is not present at the start of the game, but will appear after 1509 in a country that is either Hindu or Muslim with locations of the other religion. If that happens, the following event will trigger. Patna is situated on the border between adherents of Hinduism and Islam. In this area, marked by religious tension and differences, a man named Guru Nanak Chatar has started to preach that there is no Hindu or Muslim, but that the truth is with God, who is neither. Although his rejection of ancient customs has outraged devoted Hindu believers, Guru Nanak's disregard for creed has allowed his teachings to take root among the population. His disciples are known as Sikhs and are spreading this new faith rapidly throughout Patna. This will not only enable the religion and convert some pops, but will also create a unique building, the Gurgadi, to serve as the seat of a newly created building-based country led by the Guru himself. The second option of the event allows you to convert to the newly created religion, while the third option allows you to continue playing as the newly created Sikh country. Okay, interesting. So there is a religious building-based country. Kind of fun. The Gurgadi gives plus 10% max literacy for clergy. Here's Sikhism. 2.5% estate satisfaction equilibrium and 10% monthly research progress. Very expensive. The theocracy of Gurgadi. Interesting. The new country will have a unique government reform with a unique heir selection, making it so that basically only the gurus are able to be the leaders of it. You're blocked from conversion. You get monthly progress towards spiritualist and conciliatory. You change succession law to guru election. That's how it is IRL. The current great guru is a book that they wake up every day in a palace and then put it to bed at night. I suppose there are weirder practices out there. Well, books are pretty cool, I guess. When Sikhism appears, it also creates a new IO, and the first guru will cement its basis. There will be further events for each of the historical Sikh gurus, and each subsequent guru that appears will add to that IO, configuring the religion with further teachings. I'll be real, I didn't process a single one of those words you said. My brain just shut off there for like 5 seconds, and I read the words, but I didn't process what I said. New IO, first guru submit his bases, further events for each of the historical Sikh gurus. Each subsequent guru appears will add to the IO, configuring the religion with further teachings. Anything exciting in this Tinto Talk? We're learning about the Dharmic religions, which is pretty cool. Vote for Vand Chako. Vote for Kirat Karo. Vote for Nam Japo. Oh, and they give you different bonuses. Ooh. Okay, kind of cool. And then you have the administrative, socioeconomic, and religious laws, military laws. What do you need military laws for if you're a building-based country? Building-based troops, I guess. A final common feature for all of them are holy sites. There are several different holy sites for all religions and branches in the case of humanism. Vaishnavism, I don't know if I'm saying that wrong, probably am. There's just a bunch of temples. City. Huh. So these are buildings. Does this mean that the location of Varanasi is a holy site? And what happens if it gets downgraded to a rural area or a town? Would it just change to town or rural area here, or would it be destroyed? Not that I have any intention of doing that. That sounded like I was making plans. I'm not making any plans. But I just want to know what would happen. This is the Chamundeshwari Temple. Location of Mysore, seeker of Hinduism, associated with the god Sakti, and with the avatar Kandi. The Hoysala gains 10 monthly gold? Yo! Free gold mine? And the location gains, possible clerics plus 250, monthly prosperity 0.5%. Okay. Pretty cool stuff. That's all for today. We will continue taking a look at the Indian content this Friday with the Tinto flavor for the Sultanate of Delhi, and on Monday with the Tinto Maps feedback for the region of India. And next Wednesday, St. Dave will be hosting the Tinto Talks with the topic being unit graphics. Wow. Unit graphics. Hey, Jezraiah, how you doing? Sorry you're late. That's okay. I forgive you. It's okay to have a life outside of watching the stream, I guess. All right, let's see what responses we have going on down here. What questions people have. You're late, a wizard, yada yada. Fitting. Are there any native Buddhist minorities in places like Bihar, South India, Odisha, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Kashmir, or maybe even the Maldives? Buddhism was pretty defeated here, but not entirely dead just yet. Simatiya Buddhism in Sindh. Oh, okay, so this is a Buddhism sect. Cool. When do they historically convert to Muslim? Because I know that in EU4, Sindh starts off Muslim. It can't be too long after the game. Wait, no. These guys are not. There's just a lot of them there. Because there's no countries that are following it. But there are 1.1 million pops following it. You get monasteries. Interesting. As we're having the Tinto Maps feedback on Monday, and we're now back to the work on pop minorities, any suggestion of specific data of Buddhist populations per region is pretty welcome. A bit aside the scope of Dev Diary, but can we see the spread of Christianity in India at game start? There are St. Thomas Christians in southwest India at the start. Showed in yesterday's TF comments a screenshot of them. Tinto flavor? Tinto. What happened on Tuesdays? Mondays. Is it Monday buildings? I thought it was Saturday buildings. Okay, but apparently there are some Christians in southwest India. Why are we getting unit graphics before orthodox mechanics? The sooner we get this feedback after the game announcement, the better, as it's much easier to implement feedback tweaks to flavor content later on. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid. The graphic stuff takes a lot of time. You got to get the artist to change things. Orthodox mechanics. That's what orthodoxy gets for being too strong in base EU4. Right? You got to wait your turn now. First the Pope, now India. Damn. Crazy that they did two religions in a row. Developers of Paradox Tinto are too powerful, pulling geopolitical string. Oh, I should have kept reading. Better not to know what will happen when they present the Byzantine and Ottoman content. Oh, war in the Balkans again. Devastation. So if I get this right, the pops themselves want to adhere to a branch of Hinduism, but the country would? Exactly that, yes. That's probably the best way to do it. I mean, I don't know. At the same time, no, I guess that makes sense. It makes sense. Because otherwise you're modeling, like, what did they say? There's like 10 different avatars. You'd have to model every single pop's decision to follow a certain avatar. And then you have to split all those pops into different groupings for the game to process. And I can see how that could have a pretty big performance hit. Buddhism is not dharmic. No, it's its own religion group. How does one go about converting to a different religion without events like the Sikh one, I mean? For example, in VJ, 1% of its population are Jain. How do I convert to Jainism? Also, how does it work for religions not in the same group? The game has a game rule with 4 settings for a country religious conversion. Dynamic rules, which are default, inside religion group only, present in country or any religion. Here you have an example of converting to another religion and what the rules are for the default setting. So you have to have 40% of your population to be that religion to flip to it. I'm guessing, does the Reformation work the same way? I guess there are game rules if you really don't like it. You could just go for present in country or inside religion group only. In the Seek event, what is the first option? Trigger, okay. When it comes to modding religions, how many different mechanics can we add onto one religion? Is there a limit like there was in EU4, which was basically the fact that many mechanics shared UI spots so couldn't be combined? In theory, if you make all of them fit into the GUI, which is scriptable, you could be able to add as many as you want, but it's not something that we've tested thoroughly, so not 100% sure. Okay. Is there anything to represent Hindu Buddhist syncretism of countries like Majapahit? There's some unique flavor for that, such as advances, but not unique mechanics. Does karma follow an equilibrium system? Yes, tends to 0. Will Sikhism be able to appear in Indonesian countries like Majapahit? Yes, it currently doesn't have a geographical scope. Okay. I can't wait to spawn in Sikhism in Europe. That'll be an interesting run. Will there be a Sikh Empire / cultural Raj formable? Not as of now, but since we still have to add some more, it's a potential addition. I guess that's a good question that I want to ask. What do you guys think about formables? And about what formables there should be in EU5? Like, should you be able to, let's say, default game rules, right? Should you be able to form Italy and Germany or any other tag that was not formed in the timeline or could not reasonably be formed in the timeline? No. Was it from time? Yeah, I'm not talking about this one specifically. I'm just saying, like, in general. It was something I was thinking about yesterday. And I was wondering what you guys thought about it. I think it should probably be a game rule. It's what Mayo and Taxes has, which is super nice. Where if you only want, like, historical nations to form, things that did form in the world or could have formed in the time frame that they could be there. And then there's like another one where you add on a couple more that are a little bit more kind of fantasy, but, you know, could have maybe possibly happened. And then you got like the Roman Empire on the, yeah, it wasn't ever going to happen, but you know, you could form it. You want to be able to form whatever? Like, what if you want to form the USSR as Dithmarschen? See, to me, that just feels weird. That just feels very, very wild and outside the game time. I think it's reasonable for any country encompassing the culture group should be a formable. Should it be locked behind tech? Because even in Vic 3, you can't form those tags if you don't have nationalism on them. You know? So is it something where you should have to wait until the very late game to be able to form such tags?
Mr. Too late for me to watch streamer poi, I'm throw poi, I'm not milk.
PLP, thank you for the 9 months. Apologies that it's later streams. I hope you get good sleep. Roman Empire, boo, you want to form Carthage then? It was kind of a scam that you couldn't form Carthage, but you could form Rome, the Roman Empire, in EU4. More evidence that more Romaboos are in places of power that they should not be. Too many Romaboos. You don't mind it. Italian and German nationalism didn't exist at the time frame, but when Spain inherited Portugal, they formed the Iberian Union. At the end of the day, it is just names in games. True. It is just names in games. Unless they unlocks like unique advances and whatnot, but those unique advances would probably be later in the game. I think I'd like a game rule. Now, of course, then you have to go through every single formable and be like, okay, is this a historical one, semi-historical one, or a fantasy one? You know? But I do think it'd be nice. Why not form China as Ming just through modernization or something? Well, like, that's the thing. Like, they did, like, it didn't happen. That's not what happened. It was still the Ming Dynasty, right? That was the thing. That was the name. Not opposed to ahistorical formations like Italy and EU4, but not too far from their historical dates. Okay, but when you say too far, like how far is too far? Because Italy wasn't formed until 1830. No, 1836. No, 1863. That's Gettysburg. That's not anything. I'm just pulling fucking dates out of my ass at this point. Unification date. 1861. Frick, dude. I was close. I should have stuck with my 1860 guess. Imperial Japan formed not too long after the end of EU4. But you could form the Roman Empire before its biz. Well, what I'm saying is maybe you shouldn't be able to. And I know that's never going to fly. There's not a single chance they release EU5 and go, no, you can't form the Roman Empire. There's no way. There'd be riots in the streets. Okay, Europe would go up in flames if you told the Romaboos that you could not form the Roman Empire in EU5. I couldn't imagine it. Poor Lambert would probably have a heart attack. Romaboo Lambert. He's one of the good Romaboos, though. The new stream time is very convenient for Australians. I suppose that's good. At least someone's benefiting. Maybe that means that Cleo, the goddess of EU4, will notice me at some point. I watched her EU5 video. Not yesterday, the day before. Something like that. We also changed what happens. Why shouldn't events like these change or happen earlier? I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying, I just like to hear what people are saying. Like, I'm kind of just creating an argument for you to argue against. Like, I just want an option. I want a game option. Be like, you know, this game, I don't want to see anything crazy. Turn it off. But I don't actually mind. But there are some things, like the USSR, I'm like, you know, it's like, it's not really this game. Like, and again, and then it's like, well, you know, if you put it in, fine. But I do want an option to stop formables like that. Not that I think the AI would probably be able to do that. That feels a little crazy, but still. Form Gaul as France by flipping pagan. Yeah, see, that's like mod territory in my mind. It's like, put it over there. Biz automatically just dies 1453. Nothing you could do about it. You could have brought him back from the death. You could own all of Anatolia, all the Balkans, all of Italy. 1453 comes around. Ottomans. Full annexed. L plus ratio. Bozos. Funny. Funny. Kind of have a democratic government, not a celestial empire. That's true. It would definitely need to have a different government reform chosen. And I guess maybe that could change the name. If the revolution spawns in Russia, it should be an option. I mean, not really. It's a different revolution, you know? It's like, it's not the same thing. Thanos snapped. Oh, they don't even get annexed. It just, any land Biz owns is just gone. Obliterated. Biz is just a shallow husk of a dead empire. Roboos just don't want to admit that. It's true. They know it. No, they know it's the truth. They do. But they just refuse to let it go. If EU5 also ends in 1821, communism big stretch. I think it's 36 or 37. I think it's 1336 or 37. I think it's 37. I think it's 500 years. Castile instantly colonizes it. Well, hold on. Maybe we don't give Castile free land. I don't think they deserve it. 1836. Okay, so it's 499 years. The papal state is the true heir of Rome anyway. No. There's no true heir of Rome, okay? That's not a thing. Rome's dead. That's it. GG. It's over. There's no heir of Rome. You can't do that. There's no heirs to countries. Countries do not have dynasties. It's not a thing. Besides, wouldn't it be that one city in Italy? Or city-state, or whatever it is, that was around when Rome existed, like the Roman Empire existed, and they're still around today? I'll give it to them, mostly because I don't think they're going to do anything with it Everybody else might try and use that as a justification for a little bit of aggression. But those little tiny guys, I don't think they're going to do nothing. According to the Treaty of Tordesillas, Constantinople now belongs to Portugal. I don't think that's exactly what the Pope was talking about, but I suppose you could make that argument. You know, it is on the Portugal side of the line. It is. And if it's not owned by a Catholic, well, you know, it's like, Pope said so, man. Washington, D.C. belongs to that impossibly handsome Spanish king guy. Okay, what do you mean impossibly handsome Spanish king guy? Who are you talking about? But yeah, by the Treaty of Tordesillas, that would be true. Real and true. Real and true and true and real. Let me switch category over. We're gonna get to this Stellaris crisis if the game wants to run today. We'll see. It slowed down quite a bit yesterday. Felipe the Sixth. EU6 confirmed? EU6 real. It's gonna have actual people in it. They're gonna make fully sentient AI for EU6. And you're gonna have to send them to their deaths so that way you can make a little bit more money. Actually, that sounds terrifying. Philippe, the VI. That's 6. I'm not crazy, right? Like that's 6. I was just saying, like, it could be Ambinar 6. Ouch. My bad, Europa Universalis devs. Oh, wow. My camera does not like me launching Stellaris. That was crazy. That was all laggy. Speaking of game speed, you forgot how much faster base game EU4 is over Ambinar? It can zoom a lot more compared to Ambinar. That is true. A lot less elves. We'll blame the elves and the gnomes. Does Ambinar have any plans to port to EU5? As far as I know, yes. There is a plan. And that's about the extent of my knowledge. And not even about, that is the extent of my knowledge. 1 hour streaming, not a yap skipper? Alright, calm down, Bootrick. You are a yap skipper. I'm launching the game right now, okay? You had perfect timing to be a yap skipper. Forgot what the number in Age of Empires 2 chat was for start the game already. Well, I was never an Age of Empires enjoyer, so I couldn't tell you. But yes, I think Ambinar does have plans to port to EU5. I would not expect it on release, though. I would expect a while after release. Yeah, I would expect a while afterwards, but who knows? Never asked when. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it'll probably be a while. EU4 required 1 gigabyte of RAM. EU5 requires 32. EU6 will require 1,024 gigabytes of RAM. I mean, the math is mathing, you know. The math is mathing. Speaking of math, 2,422 plus 3 is 2,425, which is when the crisis can start to spawn. Did you like that? I thought it was a pretty good transition myself. Hello, Yap Skippers, Stellaris enjoyers, and Tinto Talk not enjoyers. Welcome in. We're back, and we're not ready for the crisis, I don't think. Not because I don't have the power, but because I have a very big empire now. We ate, technically, 4 more empires yesterday. One of them was very small, down here. Another one was here. Another one was all in here. And then we ate a fallen empire as well. So there's only 2 fallen empires left on the map. We're going to go and kill this one right now. And then there's just the Hive fallen empire. which has woken up. And I think that might be my fault. I'm not sure. But we'll have to be ready to deal with that when the time comes. What's the size of this map? This is the max size for base Stellaris. So it's a 1,000 system map. We have 133 worlds currently. Where can I see how many planets I have? Empire size, maybe? I have 447 systems. We have almost half the map. The hungry planetoids. We are the hungry planetoids. That's a very good way to describe us. Let's just get all this out of the way. All done. I don't need to mess with it. Everything's fine there. You don't want to use military applications at the moment. We have some astral actions we can use. I'm not concerned about that. We do need to do some building, unfortunately. We're going to try and do this early building as fast as we can. Ooh, right. We got +1 additional districts on all of our planets, which is really nice. Really, really nice. But it does mean we have to go through and do this. Must have a NASA PC to be able to run a Stellaris game. I mean, I have a nice PC. And of course, I'll probably it'll be killed by the time EU5 comes out. But the NASA part of the PC definitely shut down yesterday. We were chugging. We were chugging during those wars. It took a while to get through them. A very long while, but it's fine. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to throw down some command bulbs on these planets. We have a bunch of biomass. I've just been kind of saving it. Because the more biomass we have, the more biomass we gain. We call that passive income. All right, we have fractal siege, which allows us to put an additional 1 district. And we could also be expanding planet sizes. And we should probably do that at least on our capital or something. Or on the big planets. We have 2 size 34 planets that I could make into size 35 planets, which would be kind of nifty. Just because I think it'd look cool to have it. Build that. I really wish there was a hotkey. I say that. Is there a hotkey? No. Doesn't look like it. We're pretty deep into our repeatables at this point. I think we're still doing some society tech research. Actually, I don't think we are anymore. I think we're just doing repeatables. So our tech's not too big of a deal. You are a Gaia world. A size 25 Gaia world. Looking at resources here, we could use some more minerals. Could also use some more food. I'm gonna throw down some cradles of rebirth. I could also afford to get some more command bulbs, so I think that's what I'm gonna do on this planet. Just get a frick ton of soldiers. That's what we'll do. You've been delaying upgrading your PC. Now with EU5, you're gonna delay it a bit more until specs are known. Valid. Super valid. Gotta make sure you can have an EU5 system. Okay, think STEM. I can build some research growths here. Now, we do not know at this point which of the crises we have. Could be any of them. There's only one crisis. It's on 1.5 times strength, which might not be enough, but we'll see. We were talking about it yesterday about where it spawns. If it spawns in the southern half of the galaxy, then we're going to struggle to immediately deal with it because it's far away. If it spawns on the northern part of the galaxy, we're going to be fine because we'll be the ones to fight it, and the rest of the galaxy will sit there and hate us, but they will thank us for dealing with the problem. You gave me a 4 crises set to spawn. Yeah, I was just a little cautious since I didn't do too well in the evolutionary predators run we did. Turns out I was probably being a little bit too overcautious because we're kind of kicking ass at this point. But that might also just be because this is so strong this being the devouring wilderness, that it makes it much easier. Who knows, though? Who knows? Ooh, you can get command bulbs. Get full build. Command bulbs. Galaxy Conquest Run win? Well, if this damn crisis doesn't show up real soon, I'm talking 24, 25, I'm going to start picking fights with the rest of the galaxy. I got nothing else to do. And now I have an awakening fallen empire that someone's got to deal with, and the AI can't deal with it. So I got to. Protector of the galaxy, and how it will cost? Every single one of their pops and planets. Die to me instead of to someone else. Pick your poison. It's one hive or another. We're fully upgraded. We are getting us more unity since we're so far over our unity cap here. I figured that we'd be upgrading for a bunch of unity planets to try and offset it at least a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter in the long term because our planets or our empire size is just going to keep going up. But oh well. Upgrade you, and we're gonna upgrade you. That. You're upgraded. Throw on some command bulbs. You again. Just upgrade all button. All I'm asking for. Upgrade all buildings on planet button. Please and thank you. We have a lot more planets. Stinging cliffs. Please. That out. Blue lava. -2 max districts. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, it's kind of cool. Blue lava's cool and all that, but damn. Oh, this is the... No, that's not it. I was thinking that is the obsidian obelisk. We took a half of an obsidian obelisk from a... What are these things called? The astral rifts. That's what they're called. We took stuff from an astral rift, and we had some guy come through the portal, and he was not happy about it. So they may be back to cause more problems. I kind of told him to piss off, which, you know, maybe not the smartest idea to say to a random alien that I don't know, but hey, we're strong. Yeah, I feel pretty good. And besides, they wanted me to give up my pops to them, which doesn't really make any sense because we're a hive mind, and so what are you going to do with hive mind drones? Like, they had a bunch of guys in prison. I don't think we'd make very good prisoners. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the weird one here. Maybe that strong crisis is like the shit I'm out. I don't think so. I think it'll still cause lots of issues. Who knows? We might just dunk on the crisis immediately, and then that'll be it. And then GG. I almost forgot to terraform all these. To Gaia worlds. You are fine. We took so many planets, but I just ignored them the whole time. And now my consequences are coming back to bite me. Yikes. Yikes. Arcana, you are also mission world. I think we're gonna need more minerals because that's what our researchers use in upkeep. Just automate them. I was, but it didn't seem to be doing anything. Maybe I should create a sector and then allow the sector to do it, and maybe that'll be a little bit more efficient with it, and it'll actually do all the stuff and things I want it to do. We've spent over 20,000 biomass, by the way, which is pretty wild on these like upgrades here. You are a tranquil world. More cradles of rebirth. Man, I'm gonna upgrade all these planets, and then they're just gonna get yoinked. The crisis is gonna show up and steal all my planets. We know it's gonna happen. They're gonna get put in an unfortunate place for me, and then I'm gonna be very sad. You... First of all, terraform into a Gaia world. Let's turn you into a food world. Actually, no. I said I'm gonna need more minerals. Let's build a bunch of hollow mountains. Upgrade you. More cradles of rebirth. That is not a cradle of rebirth. How dare you? That'll upgrade. You can also be a lithic world. Got specialization going. Also, I don't think the automation would build cradles of rebirth. So I need to go through these manually anyways. Because I do want them. You... Science. If I have any hesitation of what I want to build, it's just science. Think stem moment. Big think stem moment. Do with the communal biome. Okay. Habitats are going to be unpopulated. We cannot live on habitats. You have a Betharian power plant in the mineral slot. Huh. Interesting. There's also a sea of consciousness here. Get terraformed. Well, I guess we'll just turn it into a mining world. That was not what I wanted to click. I want this. I want you to replace all of these. All the mountains. Upgrade. Cradles of rebirth. So excited when we're going to be done with all this clicking. Simus, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing today? How went the stream? I spelled shout out wrong. That would have been really embarrassing. But I can spell real good. Hello, Brian. How you doing? Hope I'm having an awesome stream today. I am. We're building a lot of things right now. We're building so many things. But after we're done building this stuff and things, it's going to be wonderful. We've got a possible crisis in 3 years. I've already killed one fallen empire. That was yesterday. Now we got to go kill a second one. You be questing in RuneScape 3? There's 3 of them? I'm kidding. There's like a bunch of different versions of RuneScape, right? Oh, more build. Waiting for that shout to show up. Did it not work? Did it not work? No? I'm doing the thing. It's showing up on my screen. Is it not working? You know what? 2 shoutouts, just to make sure. So close to 999 naval cap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We went over it, and then I think I lost some boats. We'll get back up there though. We got to build some more stuff, more ships. That is. Yeah, I don't know why the shoutout's not working. I do what I always do. I'm gonna shout right now. I'm trying. I do what I always do, and it didn't work. Science. I say science, and then I build a command bulb like a bozo. Think stem. Isn't that Ash shout out? Am I being stupid today? Exclamation point shout out? No? I don't know. It is just me typing exclamation point shout out. You know what? We'll count that as 3 shoutouts. What do I usually do? It's a slash. Bro, I did not sleep much last night. Okay, I apologize. Look, 3rd time, 4th time's a charm, okay? We get there in the end. All right, we get there in the end. Ooh, it's been a long day. Ooh, it's been so long. I'm so tired. It's a freaking slash. Of course. Why didn't I think of that first? I don't know where I got the at from. I ain't using at for anything. I just made that up on the spot. My brain was like, yeah, this will be good. We'll see what happens. You want to sleep then? Me too. Me too. I'm gonna zonk out tonight. I hope. I hope. Okay, you're getting terraformed. You gotta get terraformed. Then you gotta get turned into science world. More science. We have now spent 30,000 biomass on upgrading all of these planets. Fun fact. So much biomass. Ooh, this is one of the Fallen Empire planets. There's only 450 of those guys left. L. More research growths. You get replaced with communal biome, communal biome, communal biome. What do I want to build here? I could build a dimensional replicator. I think we're fine on our resources, though. It says we're not because I'm over my... I'm using all of my edicts right now. Nanite transmuter? No. What else do I build here? I'll build a shield generator and then I'll just build 2 cradles. And then Sky Temple. They turned into Singing Cliffs. I think there's a building here, and that's why. Yeah, the phased Empyrean Shrine gives more Unity output from jobs. That's why I did that one. Celestial Throne, I apparently turned into energy. I'm not sure why I did that, but I did. We're still taking out stuff there. You, just a bunch of cradles. Also, we have probably 30, at least 30 planets I could just colonize inside my own borders right now. I'm just not. Like, I could. If I could have spent a lot of this biomass on just more planets. But it's probably better in the long term to make the planets I do own be better. Since we get plus 200% empire size from planets. You definitely don't want to waste said planet's potential. Finally, you can get 2 think stems, become a cognition world, cradle, 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 build all that up. 7,101 empire size? Yep. Yep. And we have some bonuses to help keep that down, by the way. We got a lot of planets. So we have minus 25% empire size effect. So this 7,000 is only increasing tech cost by 603%. But that's because we get plus 200% empire size from districts and from colonies. And so we have 133 colonies and 2,820 districts. Runs about. All right, Simons, have a good one. Get overwhelmed with the size 1,000 galaxy so fast. I mean, I was getting a little bit overwhelmed yesterday. Won't lie. You guys ready for more lag? I'd like all of you move to the Capella system. I should have really... You know what? I'm saving. I'm saving after doing all those buildings. I don't want to redo the buildings. Gotta separate those fleets. No. It'll be fine. We just doomstack.
Old growth cleared for
I
new
do
life.
need to jump in here and grab one of them to keep defending terminal egress. Probably grab
Horizons
two.
widened.
That'll be alright. It's more kinetics weapon damage. Alright, we're making 73,000 research a month. I don't know why Capella is giving me all kinds of pop-ups there. Being very
Growth
annoying.
continues.
Alright, so we're going to jump into this system, the Basta system. Because I want to kill their freaking Colossus. This thing has a jump drive on it. I do not want this Colossus jumping onto my homeworld and killing it. That would be rather unfortunate. So we're going to deal with it.
Must be chosen.
These guys got to die.
Scattered remnants reclaimed.
Mostly
The
because
hunt begins.
I don't want them waking up in the middle of the crisis. Are any of those fleets made of Corvette spam? No. Well,
Invasive
kind
growth
of. Actually,
engaged.
yes. A little bit. We have a bunch of Maulers, which are Corvette equivalents. But I haven't been upgrading to more of those. I've just been building more of the other guys. So that is definitely one of the reasons why it's so laggy when they're fighting. Is the Corvettes, the Maulers. Because it's just more ships on screen. I think that's the next thing they're doing after 4.0. And, you know, the DLCs that come with it. The next big overhaul is ships. Since ships also cause a bunch of lag. As well as pops. Did we destroy the Colossus? Why am I fighting myself? I guess we got a little confused. Oh, we did not. The Colossus got away. So now I have to... He's stupid? I actually thought for a second he was going to jump in on me. Yeah, 91k and 91k. All right, I want two. I want you. And I want you. I want you to go secure that system. What the frickety frack? Oh, right, because there's a FTL inhibitor. You know what? That's fine. Go grab those systems real quick. Communications established. Peaceful traders. Wrong galaxy. You don't want to be here. It's a bad spot for you to be in, my guy. Real bad spot.
The wild spreads.
Right, and our army is landing.
The weeds have been pruned.
Ooh. I don't like this. Just the font of knowledge. Let's get these ships moving forward. We have more than enough army strength. I think we have like 32,000. Oh. Lutherian Watchers is down. Yeah, we have 38,000 army strength.
Growth continues.
We can turn on military applications for more combat drugs, even more army damage, just so we kill faster. Message from beyond. We've detected a perfectly smooth capsule emerging from the rift we explored in Zumia. It contained a simple message. Thank you, Peptide Hoarder of Verdant Realm, for your given prophecy. I have since shunned all temptations of the Shroud. Following your example, we have ourselves learned to travel across the astral planes in search of more answers. We are sharing some of our discoveries in an expression of gratitude. The capsule contained copious amounts of research data from the alternate dimensions, and it gives us the jump drive tech. Damn. I've gotten 100% of the jump drive tech from events. Well, guess we're going for the Unbidden. I love the Unbidden, dude. All the homies love the Unbidden. I need to send you two back to terminal egress to help defend it. It only increases the chance. I know, but it seems like every time I get jump drives, I just get locked into the Unbidden. He gonna go down? Is. So he's not gonna take
invasive growth
everything
engaged.
Immediately.
Scattered remnants.
You know what? Give me 5 of you. You're gonna go to the Macedal system through the L gate. Now this is a shield nullification system. But I don't want to risk him taking the Macedal system, and we do have to unsiege it in order to keep the system. Because what will happen is it will delete the system when we peace out. I also need to deal with all this.
Shelter lost.
Take it. He doesn't destroy my hyperlink. I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate that one bit. We are doing an astral rift. Scrubbed history. This lab has been left untouched for years. Unlike the rest of the planet, it is caked in dust and grime. Information gleaned from the illuminated displays confirms that the drones are fully autonomous cleaning devices. They are assigned to patrol a designated area, sterilize it, and return to the facility when low on power or chemicals. Powered by a variety of renewable energy sources, their cleaning fluid is recycled from airborne vapor and groundwater, creating a self-sustaining network that can function almost indefinitely. We theorize that the creators of the autonomous cleaning drones either left the planet or have gone extinct. Every biological trace of their existence has been scrubbed away. Shut down the facility. We gained an option for minus 5% building tech. Building. Hey, Hoff. Heavenly Stars in the year, so much to change. Yeah, I mean, a lot has changed. I mean, it's changed even somewhat recently with the 4.0 update. But it's definitely changed if it's been years. Then you got like 4.0 and 3.0, possibly 2.0. Lots of .0s. All right, thanks, Josh. All right, Brian, have a good one. Here comes our shippies. It's starbase capacity.
Debris.
I'm gonna grab more army health. He has only battleships and destroyers, but I don't really use any missiles, so those destroyers are probably useless if I had to guess. Can I look at his ships? Oh yeah. All these slots are pretty much useless. He does have a bunch of disruptors and then large plasma cannons, but not sure what good that would really do for him. I'm gonna go back to Hope's End, repair, regain my shields, and then we're gonna take 2. System of 2, I should say. These 2 guys can go after Vaughn.
Predatory shelter engaged.
Digested. We have lost contact with the symbionts aboard the Rift Sphere. Upon retrieval, we pulled back the wire, and at its end was only a partially dissolved hunk of metal. We are taking this opportunity to study the unique properties of the digestive fluids. RIP. We lost a leader, a scientist. Skill issue. Next time, succeed on your rolls. Hey, how's that fight going? I feel like this is taking forever.
The canopy is
We have had
under
quite a few
attack.
disengaged, to be fair. Then have 2 is
Horizons
radio
widen.
signals. Ah, right. We have the special tech from
Predatory shelter
I keep wanting to call them
engaged.
precursors, but they're not precursors.
Debris inspected.
Are your shields back? Yeah, I think their shields are back. Yeah, it's right there. I lost track of where it was. All right, back to the 2 system. And go to the Lazon system.
Predators engaged.
I'm not letting him escape. Get in there. Where's that Colossus at? No sign of it so far. It's somewhere. We didn't kill it.
The weeds have been pruned.
Didn't kill it. Yikes, we lost a lot of maulers. Maybe it's time to not use maulers. He didn't lose anything.
Predatory shelter engaged.
Forward. Still waiting on that army. 458. 458. Okay, I'll split the army in half then. I will send half of them up here, deal with these 2 planets, and the other half can deal with the 2 system and whatnot. Yeah, it seems like this is the planet that we're currently fighting on is the one that had the largest army by far.
The canopy thins.
Still fighting technically. Now, he's going to retreat with
The
his ships
canopy is
into
under
one of these
attack.
systems, and I don't know which one it's going to be. Knowing my luck, he's going to
We
go up
take
to the
root
north.
on alien ground.
There we go. That's not the split button in this game. We're going to go here. You 2 there. Once they move, we'll send the rest of these north.
Predators engaged.
More planets. Always more planets. Shut down the facility. We haphazardly shut down systems within the automated sanitation facility until the network of drones has been disabled. We drained every last generator, power store, and ancillary battery, harvesting a significant amount of energy. Excellent. 30,000 energy for me. Have
The
you...
wild spreads.
Oh, you son of a biscuit, dude. They're bugged. I can't
The
kill these
wild
guys.
Spreads.
That is unfortunate. I also can't crack planets. So I'm not sure how I'm going to remove that guy from the map. Which is a little concerning. Very annoying that he exists.
We take root on alien ground.
And it says I'm not doing enough damage to get kills.
Shelter being ravaged.
Wait,
The
where am I being
canopy
attacked?
is under attack. Alien world.
Shelter being
absorbed.
ravaged where? Oh, I don't know if I have enough dark matter. I actually went out. Never mind. See, I don't know if I have enough dark matter to use the
The wild spreads.
dark matter components, but we most certainly do. We most certainly do. Where are we fighting? Up here.
Scattered remnants reclaimed. Alien world absorbed.
Here, you're going here.
Growth continues.
You can follow.
The canopy is under attack.
Actually, I'm going to send you somewhere else to be
The weeds
upgraded.
have been pruned. Predators engaged.
Okay, and they're all upgrading here on the one shipyard.
The wild expands.
Cool.
Invasive
You know,
growth
that's
engaged.
exactly what I wanted them to do, was to all upgrade with the station with one shipyard on it. I don't know how they figured it out.
The
Dark
wild
matter
spreads.
cloaking generator field. I don't care about that in the slightest. We're not cloaking, so I'm just going to skip it. From the belly of the beast. Seldom leaks have returned from beyond the astral rift, but they are worse for wear. Having spent a year inside the belly of a rockworm, their physical capabilities have become extremely limited. Nonetheless, we have taken them back into our fold.
The
How
wild
fortunate.
expands.
Partially digested. Hey, let's go. They're also blacklight blinded. This poor guy. Astral Rift skill -2. You know, I think we gotta let him go. I think we just gotta. Goodbye. Goodbye, Seldom Leaks. I don't think you're cut out for this. The one thing you're supposed to be able to do, you're bad at now. Where is my
Alien
closest
world
construction
absorbed.
ship that's not doing anything? It's probably you. Hyper relay, hyper relay, hyper relay. Hyper relay. I wanted to go through the sublight speed
Horizons
reduction.
widened.
That doesn't make much sense.
The wild
Ooh,
expands.
advanced controlled mutations, +3 available mutation slots. Unlock mutations. Sure. Can I actually use that? Floating mystery. There are no stars here, no planetary bodies, only a diffuse light of mysterious origin reveals the massive object looming before us. Roughly rectangular in shape, it's completely inert. There are no detectable propulsion systems or power signatures of any kind. Comparable in size to a small starbase, it appears dead. For how long it has been floating in a secluded pocket dimension, and where did it come from? Innumerable decorative glyphs and symbols have been intricately carved into its surface. We have ruled out any possibility of this being a natural phenomenon. Did we not do this one already? I thought we did this one already. Thanks, we should probably make some more sectors. So I can be organized with what I'm doing. I'm going to grab you, and you're going to go clear out all this space fauna. And I would like to grab
The wild
that science ship. I would like you to be that guy. I'd like you to come and survey these systems. The sectors help. It would just keep it a little bit more organized than having everything in the no sector thing. Technically, you can also put
Invasive growth engaged.
what are they called?
Alien
Technically, you can also put officials on the capital of the sector, and you get more bonuses and stability and whatnot on the rest of your planets. It doesn't really matter for us at this point, though. But that is another fallen empire down. Super duper deadified. It is 24-25. I'm gonna send most of my ships back to terminal egress. I'm gonna put my... We're gonna upgrade everybody. Gonna move my Juggernaut into terminal egress as well.
new
Now we'll get to
knowledge
decide
looms.
what to do. because we could go to war. There are currently 2 federations. There's the Red Federation and the Purple Federation. The Red Federation would probably be a much easier federation to deal with, right? It is pretty self-contained. The purple one is very large and spread out. If we wanted to go to war with the Red Confederation, like, I just have to move in from one side, essentially. Did we get to do the gas giant inhabitants event chain? We did not. I would only assume we just eat them as well. Oh, it's the toxic god. That's another run I need to do. I haven't done a lot of the runs, a lot of Origins and Stellaris. Because here's the deal. If the Crisis doesn't want to show up, I'm just going to go for the achievement where I need to own the whole galaxy. That's an achievement, right? Oh. No. You have to be like specific things. So you need to be like a determined exterminator or a xenophobic empire. And we are none of those. We're none of those. But we could keep going and expanding and then just not upgrading the planets. You're gonna go here. No, did that actually unlock rates for us? I don't think so. I think it was just, it's just for like the Predator and mutation paths. We don't get that. That's fine. I mean, our pops are already pretty much as good as you can get them. In the grand scheme of things, bunch of Gaia worlds. They are holy worlds, but we can take them now. And no one to stop us. The other thing we can do is keep waiting for the Crisis. And we can just kind of go through here and take out the remnants of the Khan. Which I think is what I will do. Need to survey this system. We can just go through and claim these for ourselves. Because it's a dead end, right? Like this should all be mine anyways. It doesn't connect to anyone else. And then we can go after... I'm going to leave the anomalies for now. Then we can go after the other people that are left. Because they are pushover. I can't do anything about it. What you read on the wiki, getting rid of the fallen empires increases the chances of Crisis spawning. Yeah, this fallen empire is actually strong. We got a million fleet power. Like, we could probably beat them, but they're far away. You know? Like, I'd have to get all the way down
System witness
against this group of guys, which would be kind of, that's going to take a while. The glyphs that cover this tremendous object are mostly pictorial representations. Based on the carbon dating, we have determined that some of the earliest carvings were made several millennia before the most recent. The glyphs are illustrated in such detail that we were soon able to develop a rough translation. The object is in fact a massive burial chamber. Whoever, or whatever, is entombed inside once ruled an entire galaxy. Some of the earliest pictographs reveal the origin of this powerful being. Raised by a spaceborne race of Leviathans, the two species developed a unique symbiosis, forming a potent psionic bond. They conquered countless systems together. There are other symbols which refer to a curse. Attempting to open the object or even approaching it too closely may be dangerous. Blast it. Blast it open. Prove I'm wrong. Now I need all of you upgrade. They're all going to the mega shipyard. Yikes. Let's not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. We're going to cancel from the top here. You three are going to go to the Lodor system. Yeah. You're going to go to the low door system and you're going to upgrade there. Doing that achievement on the largest map is insanity. I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit, but yeah, you know, I can't get it anyway, so it's a wash either way.
Vessels adapted.
You guys to upgrade. What do you mean repairing, moving to make a shipyard? You stupid. We'll spend the time, we'll get everything upgraded. Except for these. That ship. And I guess I'll be fine for now. Is this a precursor
Invasive
system?
growth engaged.
This looks like a precursor system, but maybe it's just a really good system. You're being upgraded.
The wild expands.
Not enough shipyards there, though.
Growth continues.
Yikes, that takes a while to upgrade. Do we have the... God damn it, dude. Every time, man. Every single time. Wait, no. Yeah, no, I think we're fricked. Galactic power surge. Instruments across the Verdant realm have suddenly picked up a subspace power surge of massive proportions coming from somewhere within our galaxy. Our scientists are struggling to come up with an explanation for this event. Nothing of its like has ever been recorded. The exact origin point of this sudden power surge is yet to be identified, but we are still in the process of analyzing available information. Isn't that the dudes? The guys? But I'm still...
Predators engaged.
I'm still upgrading my shippies. What's a man supposed to do if he can't upgrade his shippies?
System witnessed.
Every time, dude. Every time. I just need to pick a different one. The source of the massive power surge we detected earlier has been identified. It comes from some sort of gigantic subspace tear in the Darip system. Fleets of strange spacecraft are pouring out of the dimensional portal, and earlier reports speak of indiscriminate attacks against everyone coming into contact with them. We have intercepted a powerful signal being sent from the arriving vessels to somewhere on the other side of the portal. It sounds like a hunting call. Okay. I mean, it could be worse. Feeding ground reached, prey bountiful, at long last we shall feast. It could have been worse. Get you down here. Yeah, forget about upgrading. You guys are moving now. Is that the crisis? That is the crisis. We don't have a lot of power. Hey. So... do we want to let them grow? I think I'm just going to walk in and obliterate them. I think I'm too good. I'm built different. If they're going to go, they're going to claim more systems. How done you are with wilderness right now? I mean, I'm pretty done. The game is also getting a lot slower. But hey, the Unbidden could fix that. Now, what are the odds that you let me enter your space? Probably pretty low. Do I just wait for the Unbidden to grow, or do I just send it? Rippy dippy to these guys. Divide the galaxy in half, them and you. Ooh. That could be interesting. Like they're gonna roll over the AI. Nothing they can do. Do they have any secret ways out? Not really. Because there's more to this event chain. Like there's more that happens as time goes on. So maybe I do declare war, but so that way I can grab the Lasac system. That way the Unbidden are actually trapped. Of course, if I ever have to fall back to the Tazri system, the Unbidden just die. Because they won't have any shields. I guess that. Oh, no, that was stupid. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. When on play, you can just hold the line in your territory and wait to see. Yeah. Hey, who's in my base? Let's not do that.
New knowledge blooms.
Fleet management. Let's go ahead and reinforce all. More energy weapons. I guess we can get more cheaper build costs. Oh, this just gives you more mutation slots. Oh my god.
Growth continues.
I mean, I'll do it. I think it's interesting. But I don't think we can use it.
Predators
Go ahead and
engaged.
attack these guys.
Mining station
Hey.
severed.
Hey, get in there.
Research outpost ravaged.
What are you doing? You're just letting them destroy my stations. Rude. Very rude. And not that we're not going to win, but still. Well, they'll destroy that eventually. Every single part of my being is like we have to jump on the crisis immediately. We have to kill them right now. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to let them do their thing for a little bit. There goes that mercenary enclave.
Vessels strengthened. New knowledge blooms.
I guess naval capacity? Actually, I think it's a waste. We're already at max. Brave Guardians. Our controlled explosion has opened the way to a previously undetected cavity. Hidden behind the seal, this space was clearly designed to counter intrusion. It was filled to the brim with hostile entities. The sphere immediately retrieved the anchor, but many of the Guardians have exited the rift with us.
Shelter being ravaged.
Yikes. Not in the Hojam system. Well, they probably aren't going to beat that. I think it's going to lose to our starbase. But we also have a level 3 deep space citadel here. Look at them go. Look at them go. No victory for you. Only victory for us. I want you to survey. Survey, survey, survey. Is that a terrible order to do that in? Yes. But it's fine. Build that starbase. Fill in the space.
Growth continues.
You know what? I think I'm just going to move in.
The wild expands.
I'm thinking I'm just gonna take him out. Just we gotta go through these guys. Well,
They shall know the wrath of the wild.
they shall know the wrath of the wild. Ain't that the truth? I don't think we need our armies for this. Luckily. It's also taking forever to upgrade our ships. Hey, but there are a lot of unbidden ships. Oh, that's not unbidden.
Predatory shelter engaged.
Well, they're all combining together. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna go grab Turbic. And I have ships in a bunch of places. And a lot of them are just upgrading, though. Are you done upgrading? No. You're not.
Alien world absorbed.
Oops. I'll be honest. I didn't really mean to eat a world.
Growth continues.
I'm just here to save the galaxy is all. You know?
The canopy is under attack.
I'm just being the good guy. Canopy
Predatory
is under
shelter
attack.
engaged.
In terminal egress.
Predators engaged.
Yeah, I should probably have more ships in terminal egress. You two head on back there. Would be a pretty good idea. That is the weak spot of our empire. Well, I say that, but if you lose terminal egress, it's not the end of the world, except then they can use the L gates to get everywhere, so it is kind of the end of the world. I don't even know if we're going to beat the fleets. I mean, I think we have enough just raw combat strength to deal with the Unbidden. But we'll see. Send that army back. Don't worry. I'll save you. I will save you from the Unbidden. Fear not. I think we just have to go destroy the portal, and that's it. Chug, 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 chug. That's the game, chugging along. Trying to watch that 9K fleet cap turn to 1K out of 9K. Well, hey, it'd make things interesting. Here we go.
The wild expands.
So they have only shields. Don't have any armor. Oh god. Oh, we're devouring them. The devourers are getting devours. The hunters have become the hunted. Yikes. Yikes. We did lose a lot of maulers. Wait, I don't get the systems? Scammed. Actually scammed. What's the point?
The wild spreads.
What's the point?
The canopy is under attack.
What do you mean the canopy's under
Predators
attack?
engaged.
Where? Where are they attacking me now? Am I at war with you? Oh shit. Well, damn. I guess that's the answer. I got a 6,000 strength fleet up here. I'm not sure why, but I can send them in there, see if they win.
We take root on
We'll call it
alien
science.
ground.
All that good science. Oh, we're destroying the astral tear. Goodbye, Unbidden.
Predatory shelter
Kind of pathetic.
engaged.
Dimension portal destroyed. The dimensional portal and Derek system has been destroyed. This means that the extra dimensional invaders can no longer receive reinforcements from their twisted realm. With the destruction of this portal, the end of these invasions is finally in sight. A profound sense of elation is settled over most of the galaxy. The Verdant realm has won much admiration, since it was their ships that struck the final blow against the portal. The crews of those vessels will be celebrated as heroes for generations to come. The galaxy is a safer
The
place.
wild spreads.
Well, I guess we win.
Predators engaged.
Do we still have to take out the rest of the Unbidden? Like, is that it? The Warlock. When the swirling energy is left
wild
behind
spreads.
after the destruction of the last dimensional portal finally dissipated, our forces found a weakened extra-dimensional drifting nearby. The creature was captured and interrogated. It is apparently one of their warlocks, a powerful extra-dimensional even by their standards, responsible for maintaining the portal's link between our reality and theirs. If we can study or even channel its psionic power, we should be able to greatly improve our sublight speeds and jump drive range. So we unlock extra-dimensional warlock. It gives 30% sublight speed. Dude, we are so fast. We are crazy fast.
Alien Alien world absorbed.
We are crazy stupid fast with our sublight speed.
Predators engaged.
Well, I guess that's it.
The wild spreads.
Speed bump moment?
Alien world absorbed.
Oh, oops. I just killed those guys. My bad. I didn't realize I was taking them out too.
Shelter
Well,
being
all right.
The wild expands.
Well, now what? Now what is the question? Like, we are at war with the
System witnessed.
Triac hegemony.
Predators engaged.
I think we just have to wrap up the last of the unbidden stuff. Bozo crisis, yeah. Bozo crisis, I guess. What are they gonna do? Nothing. Now they're gonna get that system back. Them being the people we're at war with. Because they have
Vessels
planets there.
Strengthened. New knowledge blooms.
You can go here.
Predatory shelter
We're
engaged.
trying to catch that guy.
Shelter lost.
They're lost.
How
I want to kill the rest of the
curious.
unbidden. I don't want to leave without taking them out. Feels a little
Cleansing foreign
bit too
blight.
fast. Now we can finally do another Ambinar campaign. Ooh, we're probably doing a
Predatory
base game run
sheltering.
next. Ooh. I also did not need to build up my station so much.
Growth continues.
We're still upgrading one single fleet. Man, having this many Corvette ships late feels bad. Feels like it was a bad idea.
Growth continues.
Actually, let's move you here, because that's another extra dimensional armada.
Vessels adapted.
You caught up to them, so let's bring you
Invasive
up.
growth engaged.
Like, we could just take the whole galaxy, but it's just going to get slower and slower as I do it. But actually, that's probably not true. It'll probably get faster and faster. Actually, no, it's not, because if I don't spend this biomass, it's going to keep... it's going to keep making it worse. Oh. Yo? Extra dimensional armada trying to sneak in behind me? I don't think so. I see you, bozo.
The wild spreads.
But yeah, for those of you that have never done the crisis
Horizons
before,
widen.
there's like 3 of them. There's 3 unbidden or something like
Predators
that.
engaged.
It's been a while since I've done it. But essentially, those ones are just running from different ones. And then the ones that are chasing them are just running from another different one. It's just a lot of running. They all show up and they eat the galaxy. Ooh. I think for whenever I do the next Stellaris run, whenever that is, I have
System
an
observed.
idea. An inspiration from an older run that I saw once upon a time.
The void
Of
is
like the
not
Ultimate
ours
Stellaris
alone.
challenge or something like that. Forgot what he called it. But essentially,
Predatory
you start
shelter.
in a max size galaxy with a max amount of AIs, all on Grand Admiral from the very start. And every AI has advanced start. You put the mid-game and crisis down to
Growth
the
continues.
earliest spawn year, and you see how long you can survive. It's not about winning, because you won't win. It's just about seeing how long you can make it. Which sounds kind of fun.
Invasive growth engaged.
Or I just do like a regular ass run and not be weird. And instead I do like a story-based one that I haven't done before. That's also an option.
The wild
I can't wait
spreads.
though for all of the Stellaris mods to get updated. And we're still probably a little ways out from that, but when it does, ooh boy. Can you just join the Federation and survive that way? I mean, yeah, I suppose, but that's kind of the cheap way out, right?
The canopy is under attack.
That's the easy way out.
Spreads.
So I don't know if the AI,
Predators
when they're going to be that
engaged.
much stronger than you early on, would even let you join their stuff. Would even let you join their Federation. We might lose this fleet, by the way. Time to see if we really are truly better, or if it's just overwhelming numbers that does it for us. Federation won't bear us from strong crisis. Oh yeah, I mean, that's true. Even the AI would die in that case. We are in fact just waiting through overwhelming numbers. Well, we got the rest of the guys here. There they go. That was the last unbidden fleet, right? Think so. Now we've just got unbidden systems. Once we take those,
Predatory sheltering.
I don't know. Do we get another event when we fully take out the unbidden? Is that a thing? The diplomacy be interesting at least. Yeah. Yeah.
Cleansing
But it's like a
foreign
super
blood.
old video. I think it'd be fun to do in a more
Growth
modern version of
continues.
Stellaris. So I think I'd want to wait for 4.0 to
canopy is
stabilize a little
under
bit more,
attack.
for the performance to improve a little bit more. Because I don't think that would be very fun
Severed.
lagging like this the whole time. I think in fact that'd be rather miserable. The game ran this slow, and I mean it will, because it's a 1,000 size galaxy with
Predatory
I think
sheltering.
30 AIs. Then you add in 5 fallen empires and 3 marauders. You just kind of see what happens. Mercenaries pay dividends apparently. Doo-doo. There you go. You're gonna follow him. Who cares about them? It's the problem for the other part of the galaxy. I mean, sure.
Invasive
I can't help but be a
growth
good guy,
engaged.
okay? I gotta make sure I take out the whole
Predatory
crisis.
Shelter engaged.
That's just how it be.
The canopy is under attack.
All these juicy planets that I could go take. How many planets do we have right now? 146. I'll say it. That's too many planets. Too many. Too many damn planets.
Growth continues. Predatory shelter engaged.
The last of the unbidden.
The
We have
canopy
officially
is under attack.
freed the galaxy. Yippee!
Wrath.
Though I don't think anybody else really paid attention to it. The last vestiges of the extra-dimensional invaders have been wiped out, hopefully ridding the galaxy of this threat for good. Sapients everywhere are celebrating the news of this great victory, safe at last in the knowledge that they won't be harvested as food by these strange energy creatures after all. Perhaps this is the beginning of a new era of galactic cooperation and friendship. I wouldn't hold my breath.
Vessels strengthened.
I don't
Invasive
think we'll
growth
be seeing
engaged.
much friendship with the Xeno anytime soon. Yeah, they're gonna be harvested for biomass then. Yeah, we're gonna eat them. These guys are bugged. They're forever just colonizing this planet, and that's the
Shelter
only
being
planet they own.
ravaged.
Is a little frustrating. Even if I wanted to conquer the whole galaxy, I currently cannot.
Cleansing
I'm not at
foreign
war with you?
blood. Predatory shelter
Apparently
engaged.
not. Weird. Would have thought that I'd be able to go after him. I definitely don't need 2 of these stacks and everything. All these guys are too weak to do anything about it. I'm not sure. You guys might be able to put up a fight. Maybe.
The void is not ours alone.
Probably not. I think the only person in the galaxy that could even hope to stop me are these guys. And they have 2 Colossus? 4 Colossus? 5 Colossus? Yikes. There's a Planet Buster on it. If I had them, yes. But I don't have Planet Busters.
The canopy is under attack.
Don't got him. Didn't take the perk. Instead, I took the detox perk, which I definitely did not need to take. Now, I could have stayed and played tall and, you know, let the galaxy develop and whatnot, but then I started conquering and, well, you know.
System observed.
And I own half the damn
Predatory
thing.
shelter engaged.
Can't help myself.
Alien
I
world
love
absorbed.
to blob. It's what I
Predators
do.
engaged.
Playing tall is lame.
The
What am I gonna do? Sit
spreads.
there all day? No. I'm gonna sit there
New
and
knowledge
conquer
looms.
things.
The canopy is under attack.
Why are you not moving? Okay, you are moving.
Invasive growth engaged.
Took him a second there.
Alien world absorbed.
Toxic Night Order? Yeah, I haven't done that one yet, so maybe that'd be the next Stellaris run, whenever that is. I don't have any specific plans to do one anytime soon, but who knows? Who knows? 81k research is not playing tall? No.
Horizons
No,
widen.
I am the opposite of tall. I own 473 systems. I want to own
The
at least
canopy
500
is under
systems before I'm
attack.
done. A lot of systems.
Predatory
I want to own half the
shelter
galaxy
engaged.
before I call the run. Just keep walking through, guys. With subjects, you can do both. Play tall and subjugate the galaxy while only
engaged.
settling a single planet. Can you even keep subjects like that loyal? I don't know. I've never really messed with subjects in Stellaris. Because the last time that I really played Stellaris was before the subject rework. And so subjects were just not that good. At least I never thought they were. But maybe now they're better.
Shelter being ravaged. Predatory shelter engaged.
Oh, we also built our mega
Cleansing
art
foreign
installation.
blight.
Huge.
The canopy is under
We
attack.
are truly the most artistic out there. One of the most artistic all around. I could go kill the automated dreadnought. Hello, hey, Dia Gaming, how you doing?
Shelter being ravaged.
I don't care about the upgrades and stuff at this point.
Cleansing foreign
Just trying to get to
blight.
that 500 systems.
Predatory shelter engaged.
Probably split my army up again. Well, just selected virtuality, but it's become bad with 4.0. Oh no. I don't know anything about virtuality.
canopy is
Assuming that's an
under
origin
attack.
of some kind, and that it was
Invasive
very
growth
good. By the way,
engaged.
it sounds like you're sad that it's bad now.
The wild spreads.
Tradition for mechanic? Oh.
Predatory shelter
Wait.
engaged. Shelter being ravaged.
Is that the...
Cleansing foreign blight.
Is it the synchronicity for machines? Virtuality? No? Oh, it's a different
The
thing.
wild spreads.
Another storm. Virtuality, you become virtual. Oh, is it like an ascension thing? Do you think a 310k can be an automated dreadnought? Let's find out.
Predators engaged.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I guess you were not allowed to become video games forever. Boo. It was meta for Machine Age, but now we're on the Psionics meta. And what about the Wilderness meta? I don't know anything about the meta of multiplayer Stellaris. I don't know none of that. You keep moving.
The canopy is under attack.
Use 25% efficiency per colony at the first selection. For virtuality?
Cleansing foreign blight.
Alright, we're 1v1ing. One of my stacks versus one automated
Predatory
dreadnought.
shelter engaged.
Who will win? Who will win? Probably us. Oh my god. We consumed it. Well. So much for that. Who's next? Wasn't there a toxic god floating around somewhere? Actually, I don't want to kill it in case it gives me an event that I don't want to see. Gonna go there. You go to Hilos.
Shelter being ravaged.
Yep, so the more colony you have, the baddest it becomes. So they want you to do a one planet challenge with
Predatory
it.
shelter engaged.
The other first selection reduces pop size empire by 15%, but you get plus 100% size of planet. Well, I can tell you that's a pretty brutal thing to get. That I do understand. So what, is it just that you're supposed to play tall with it? That feels like a pretty crazy penalty to have.
The wild
I already own that.
spreads.
I already own that. I'm sitting in that system for now.
The wild expands.
Polidor, you're gonna go
The
there.
wild spreads.
And then he connects to this guy.
The canopy is under attack.
Enigmatic Cache. I
Predatory
mean, and from here,
shelter
it's a pretty
engaged.
straight shot up to our capital. Or up to our systems. They don't have... Do they have... Okay, they do have hyper relays. I just can't tell.
Shelter being
Am I playing tall?
ravaged. The
Yes?
canopy is under attack.
Yeah. Super tall.
Alien world observed.
Galaxy spanning tall. There ain't no one taller. I'm so tall
path
that
must
I
be
just stopped looking
chosen.
at my planets. I'm just letting them vibe. They'll figure it out. I didn't even
The
automate them.
wild spreads. Shelter being ravaged.
I'm trying to get to 500 systems so I can say that I conquered half the galaxy. We already defeated the crisis. They spawned too close to me, and I destroyed them immediately. Mostly because I was going to let them
The
expand
canopy
and
is
like
under
do their
attack.
thing. But I knew that even if I let them
Predatory
expand, it
shelter
wouldn't matter at
engaged.
this point. I'm going to have to stop using my
The
Unity
wild
so much.
spreads.
I don't need all
Life
3
stirs
of you
in the
together.
void.
One of you can go here. You can go here. The other one of you can go
The
here.
canopy is
Spread
under
out.
attack.
Siege them down. We'll send in the armies
We take
afterwards.
root on alien ground.
Epic change it. Isn't there a mod that at one point allowed
We
you to
take
start
root on alien
as a
ground.
pre-FTL?
Predatory shelter engaged.
Because that sounds kind of interesting. On the rest of the galaxy at this point? You go for a full galaxy conquest?
Cleansing
Oof,
foreign
man.
blight.
Oof. That's just going to take a while.
The canopy is under attack.
Hey, yo! Are you stupid? They're trying real hard to do some damage. They really, really, really want to do damage there. You're still upgrading. I don't care. Get your ass moving.
Predatory shelter engaged. The wild spreads.
I mean, if I actually brought
Shelter
all
being
of my
ravaged.
ships to bear here, we could probably wrap some of these wars up much faster.
We take root on alien ground.
Which is why I've split up my...
The canopy is under attack. Predatory shelter
There,
engaged.
you go grab Spectrum, not to be confused with Spectrum, the internet provider. Clone Army, Parliamentary System, Civil Education will speedrun you to get psionics and then have 10k research for the single planet challenge. Good to know.
The wild spreads.
I remember you talking about the single planet 10k research thing. You gotta do it with clones. Gross. Gross. I say that. I've never used clones. Are you winning, son? Yes. I'm most certainly winning. Though I am going to have to turn off a bunch of my Unity policies here, so I'll let you know in a second if we're actually winning or not. Turn off terraforming gases now as well. Turn off architectural renaissance. I don't really care about scientific
The wild
either.
expands. Predators engaged.
Things.
Predatory shelter engaged.
Your goal is the galaxy. I don't know if I'll actually go for the whole galaxy. I just wanted to get 500 systems. We're 2 systems away. I don't know if it's really worth the time to conquer it all, you know? Because it's just going to take a while. And they can't really stop me. I mean,
The
maybe
canopy
the
is under
hive
attack.
mind actually fully wakes up and starts doing their thing. These regular guys, like, we're just gonna
Predatory shelter engaged.
smack them down.
New knowledge blooms.
You need to come grab that station. Also, I think we're at the 500. Nope, we're at 499. Survey that system. You're gonna move here.
Predatory
Your challenge is
shelter
playing without
engaged.
some of the DLC, or better yet, against it. What do you mean against? What do you mean against it? Against the DLC? Can I 1v1 the DLC? Are you saying
The
like I
wild
build
grows
specific
wiser.
empires to
The canopy is
be
under
stronger?
attack. Predatory shelter engaged.
Take out cosmic storms and your game just runs 75% better? Does it actually hurt performance like that? Go here. Pick A empires with meta choices best you can, then play as a bog standard empire. The question is, can the AI actually play well enough to make a difference? Like, don't get me wrong, it'll definitely give it bonuses and it'll do better, but will it be enough? Here, I have 3 construction ships in this one spot. If it's not enough, I guess you're good at the game. Or the AI's bad. Like, that is the other option. It could be not my skill, but a skill issue on the AI's part. The AI is very stupid. At least with stuff like that. Just because
Growth
as the
continues.
player, you can plan ahead, you know, without seeing directly what you need to do. Like, you know what you got to do in the long term. The AI just can't
Predatory
do that.
shelter engaged.
And not capable of thinking such thoughts.
Predators engaged. The wild spreads.
I gotta go unsiege that now. Ooh, I will at the very least finish up this war. These guys don't need to exist. Right? They've existed for long enough. They want to be turned into biomass. We all know it. I'm just not afraid to say it. Okay, I say that, but then I think about how I have to get my armies in here.
The wild spreads.
My armies are not exactly in a rush to get down here because they're invading elsewhere. We invading this? Yes. I can probably split you into only 3K. That would probably be enough. Most of them don't really have armies. At least that station doesn't. You only finished one run of Stellaris. You became the crisis and collapsed most of the galaxy into black holes. I haven't done that either. There's a lot of things in Stellaris that I haven't done.
Strengthened.
A lot of things I have not done myself. Could be interesting.
The wild expands. Shelter being ravaged.
They're at 100% war exhaustion. Who would have figured?
The wild expands.
I think mine. There's in fact one
Predatory
more
shelter engaged.
system that this ag owns.
Shelter being ravaged.
You can build that starbase outpost. You can come and clear out the horde.
The canopy is under attack.
Probably enjoy being the crisis. I think there's a few different ones. Yeah, didn't they add one in this DLC? New crisis? Because there's the black hole one. I've seen that one. Right, like I've watched YouTube videos about it and
Predatory
whatnot.
shelter engaged.
I think they added a biological one in this expansion, and then I think there's another one. I think there's
Cleansing
3.
Foreign blight.
I think there's 3. All these planets I'm gonna have to take. Meanwhile, my army is committing slip and slide.
The canopy is under attack.
Meanwhile, my army is committing slip and slide. Well, you know, some people may take that as a sign from the Stellaris gods that we weren't meant to go any further. GG. It's like, okay, man, come on. You've had enough victory laps. All right, you don't gotta keep going like that. Well, I suppose that's that. I wish the crisis would have been stronger. I should have punched that up. Be a lot more difficult. Like 10 times crisis or something. Any other origins that tickle your fancy? Yeah, I can relaunch the game. We can go through what I'm kind of interested in playing, just so I know for the next time what other people might want to see. Updated though. The current patch. Do. But this is why I never reach the end date in Stellaris. Maybe I shouldn't set it 100 years after the crisis date. Because that just feels like a very long time. 2500 is very deep into the game. Now, there was a mod pack that I played that 2500 was not that deep into the game, where things have been changed. It was a much longer game, and it was with real space. So it was like real space 8 times. It was super slow to move through systems. So it was a much more long-term progressive story-based game than like a rush for getting to the crisis and whatnot. Most of the time, 2500 just seems so far away. So far away. All right, so Origins that I haven't played. I played Prosperous Unification many times. Almost every time I play Stellaris, I play Prosperous Unification. That and Remnants. Evolutionary Predators, we did that. Starlight Citadel, haven't played. Wilderness, played. Beat the game. Treasure Hunters. Haven't played. Not super interested in it. But maybe it's cool. But this just seems like Origin that doesn't do a lot. You just get like an extra event chain to go through. But maybe I'm wrong. Primal Callings, haven't done. Again, I haven't done almost all of these. Fear of the Dark. I do want to do a Fear of the Dark run at some point, because that's the Dark Forest theory start. I do know that. You just start off with a lot less pops. Right? Isn't this the Dark Forest one? I think so. I think I have played as a Progenitor Hive before. I've definitely done Subterranean. Dwarves, you know how it goes. Ocean Paradise, I think I've done. I haven't done Here Be Dragons. That's another one I want to do, because I know that you can do some funny things with Resurrect in it. Remnants, I played a bunch. Shattered Ring, I played once or twice, but now it's like super bad. On the Shoulders of Giants, that's another story-based one that I haven't done. But is that just the... I don't know what archaeology site that is, but that's what I want to do. All the synthetic ones I haven't done either. Or cybernetic. I haven't done any of the cybernetic ones. I've done Tree of Life as well. Where's the Toxic God one? Here he is. This is definitely one that I'm interested in, is doing the Knights of the Toxic God. Start with 300 less pops. Doomsday? Why do you hate yourself? Like, yes, let's have a home planet. But what if we didn't? What if we didn't have a home planet anymore? We just gotta rush off. Wasn't it at one point that Doomsday was pretty good for machine empires? Because you didn't really care about the habitability, and so you could just supercharge your economy early game with it. So as long as you could resell your pops, it wasn't too bad. Ooh, Doomsday with 0 habitable planets from settings. That's the real, are you gonna make it or not? I think it's Gigastructural. It might be ACOD itself or some other mod that I was using that adds in Doomsday, but makes it to where you can set the timer, and you can set it for as early as 1 year or as late as 100 years. I don't think you can get off your planet in 1 year and set up a colony fast enough. 5 years though, you could probably do it in 5 years. You can get a colony up within the first 2 years of game start time, and you can see if you can make it or not. But I don't know why you'd want to do that. That just sounds painful. I never played with necrophages. I definitely haven't done Imperial Fiefdom. I haven't done any of the Shroud stuff. I haven't done a lot of these. I gotta do them. Gotta do it. Then there's like Slingshot to the Star with the Quantum Catapult. Isn't it that the Quantum Catapult sends you, like, you launch into like a cluster of stars, and there's a radius that you can land in, but you don't know the exact system. Broken Shackles also seems like a fun one. Yeah, Fear of the Dark, Knights of the Toxic God, and Broken Shackles are probably the one of the 3 that I would do next. If I don't do the super difficult, max difficulty, blah, 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 whatever I was talking about earlier, with all the AIs and whatnot. But that probably won't be for a little bit. Payback with humans is cool. Civilization has been visited by an alien empire who forcibly enlightened and enslaved them. They've repelled their invaders, but will they return? Initial pops minus 1,000. Yikes. Missing starting technology, scientific method, planetary government, and corvettes. You do get 15% damage to militarily superior empires, though. Huh. Payback is XCOM's revenge arc? Oh, interesting. That could be cool, too. Quantum Catapult also gives an attack and movement speed bonus for the fleet that uses it. Oh. Broken Shackles with that corporate communism civic is peak. We must free the galaxy. What is Wilderness? So Wilderness is what we used this time. It was essentially you're playing as the planet. You're a hive mind, and your species is the planet. And so when you colonize other planets, it's essentially you're sending like spores out to integrate it into your collective consciousness instead of sending like individual hive members to live there. It's like it becomes you. And so you don't terraform planets in the normal way, except you do when it's already inhabited, which I think might be a bug. But you use biomass, and the biomass is your pops. So you get biomass through a building and also from just regular pop growth. But when you use biomass, you're expending your pops to build things. And so you have to balance out expending the pops or keeping the pops for more pop growth to get more biomass. And I didn't understand that initially. And what I would do is I would build using all of my biomass, like I was using all of my minerals. But that means that you leave your planets with no pops on them. So don't do that. You don't want to do that. That's a bad idea. I'd go from making like 1,000 alloys to negative 500, and I was confused on why. What was his ego from Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I suppose that is a pretty good way to. Favorite run was Lithoid Subterranean Terravore. Terravoids are another one I think are interesting. Eat the planets? I haven't done those. Be kind of fun. I thought about trying the new player crisis. I have not like thought about it. I've never done a crisis before. What do you have to do for the new player crisis? Is it just you go through the biological ascension path and then there's a ascension perk that you can choose? Because we couldn't do it as a devouring wilderness because we chose devouring wilderness, and I think that blocks it off. Well, wilderness in general might block it off, but this definitely did. Aquatic hive mind and necrophage lithoids with organic reprocessing. That was a lot of things. That was a lot of stuff and things. Necrophage. Hive mind. Is that even allowed? I don't. Is that legal? Can you do that? Lithoid. Oh, you don't have to have the species portrait. Lithoid, hive mind, organic reprocessing replaces foundry drones with catalytic drones. Turn food into alloys. Artisan drones have their minerals upkeep replaced by food upkeep. Okay, so you just get rid of the mineral upkeep from being a lithoid, and it gets to food upkeep. Interesting. Interesting. Well, how do you be aquatic? Like, isn't the only way to be aquatic to... Oh. If you have ocean worlds, is that then a trait you can choose? Yeah. And then you just do lethal, or you just do necrophage things? You did the lithoid planet eaters. It was fun. Isn't that like what you're supposed to do? Not what you're actually supposed to do, but like that's the vibe, is that you are lithoids and you munch on planets and then you move on to the next planet. That would have really helped with not having to micro my planets. But how do you get resources? Do you get all of your resources from eating planets? You're now a hive-minded aquatic crystal that grows inside of people and bursts out. Well, that's terrifying. Guess that means we gotta be nomadic too. And keep people around as cattle to grow more crystal people out. Average hive mind moment. Doing the craziest thing you've ever heard. Turn their flesh into metals. Because necrophage gets a second species. Yeah, it does. Yeah, pre-patent species. And your 2 guaranteed habitables have pre-FTLs. For terravores, you play tall and you only have a small number of planets and munch everything else. And then you eat your planets at the end? Because you have to eat all the planets, clearly. You can't stop. You can't stop with your own. You're just holding on to them for a little bit longer. Oh, man. Man, oh man, oh man. That's an interesting lithoid build. I can only do so many Stellaris runs in a row, though. Because then I start feeling like the game's very samey, and I run into the same events, and then I'm sad. I want more events, but I just want different events. I should clarify. I don't want more events in the game, I just want different events in the game. Well, maybe I only get the same events because I play the same kinds of empires all the time. Could be it, too. Works great with the Nemesis Crisis perk since the destroyed planets count towards it. You can do a good guy empire that ends with the Cosmogenesis. Okay, how exactly are you a good guy, though, if you end with Cosmogenesis? Riddle me that. Isn't that the one where you just end the galaxy? That's not very good guy coded. Diplomacy focused nation. I mean, I haven't done like a full Imperium run, right, where you become the Galactic Emperor. I don't know how much I enjoy that, though. Diplomacy in Stellaris, it's one of those things where it's like, it feels like if you don't invest into it at all, the AI is going to be very annoying about what it chooses in the Galactic Senate. But if you do invest into diplomacy, the AI will never be able to keep up with you. And you just kind of dominate it, you know? Cosmogenesis is the least morally dubious player crisis. Oh, okay. You play as noble robots that only put organic pops into the lathe. Also, Cosmogenesis technically doesn't end the galaxy at all. You ascend into godhood through reality manipulation. I guess that's different. We need a better politics simulator. You'll make that game give you 12 years? All right. I'll start counting. I'll start counting the years away. I agree. It would be nice to have better politics in these games, but I don't know how you do it without making it a game, you know? Cosmogenesis makes you become the Q? That's the worst thing you could ever become. Annoying. No, Q grew on me. I didn't like him at first. But then he kept showing up, and I was like, all right, you know what? He's annoying, but I like him. You say what you do, it'd be a politics game? Yeah, but like at that point, you might as well just go do actual politics. Just go outside, okay? Go outside and do actual politics, you know? He's like, I can't go outside and conquer all of Africa. At least, you know, it's looked down upon to do such things in the modern world, as it should be. So that's where EU4 is for. So like, you can go do politics right now. Well, I guess it depends on where you live. You feel that way after playing Call of Duty? No. And then again, I don't really play Call of Duty. But no, I also don't think you should go out and just shoot people because you play Call of Duty. In fact, I think you'll go to prison for that. That's not legal advice, but if you kill people, there's a pretty good chance you're going to jail. Not 100%, but pretty good. Let's really play on doing politics now. Yeah, that's true too. All right, I'm back in. I'm back in for the politics video game. People die when they are killed. So true. Yeah, words of wisdom. People do die when they're killed. Unless there's got to be some Stellaris thing where that doesn't happen, right? I guess if you integrate people into being robots, like they die, but then they become a robot, so they're technically alive? Eh? Favorite part of the quote is how many people in that show don't die when they are killed. I don't even know what show that's from. I just know the line. Knights of the Toxic God is a pretty good origin too. Maybe that's what I'll do next, whenever that is. Because that one seems pretty interesting. I like the story-based idea of it. And now that I kind of understand how the new mechanics work, though, I kind of avoided the whole population mechanic by playing as the wilderness unknowingly, but I'm sure I'd pick it up fast enough. And then I could just put the crisis on super high difficulty, and if we die, we die. Bump all that up 25 years, 50 years, call it good. Stacking nights on your habitat as you seek your god. Someone's got to find them, you know? Someone's got to do that thing. And it could be us. It could be us. Could be us. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, I think I'm just gonna call it there. I'm so tired. I might just go to sleep right now. It's a little early in the evening for sleep. Oh god. I can barely keep my eyes open. Well, thank you all for hanging out. EP boy, I am EP dude. I'm telling you, I slept terribly last night. I feel like I didn't sleep at all. Not good. Not good. I'll be back tomorrow. EU4 tomorrow. Probably base game. It's probably going to be an achievement run of some kind. Maybe Zoroastrian, maybe something else. It depends on what I'm feeling like tomorrow. Exclamation point VOD to get to the VOD channel. If you missed the rest of this series. Exclamation point Discord. Join the Discord. Dude, my brain is shutting down as I'm speaking. This is crazy. No Ambinar. We'll probably do an Ambinar run after the achievement run. Maybe. It depends on how I'm feeling. Because there are tags in Ambinar that I want to play. That I have specifically in mind. So I do need to get around to those. But I'm in the mood for doing an achievement run right now. Never do Holy Hoarder? I did that one on stream, actually. I don't know if it's on the VOD channel. But I did do the Holy Horde achievement on stream. That was when it released, too. Lake Fed calls. I think there's other things I gotta do before Lake Fed. I did the Brelar. Okay, I played Brelar. I did one of the memes. We gotta leave a meme out there, you know? A meme for the chatters to say, oh, win Lake Fed, win Brelar. Now it's just win Lake Fed. Lots of mission trees. Lots of mission trees to check out. I know Lake Fed has mission tree. I get that, but you know, it's a very long one. And there are other also long, probably, mission trees to do. All right. So tomorrow, EU4. While I can dream about playing EU5. If I close my eyes while I play EU4 and I listen to the sounds, maybe, just maybe, I can convince myself that I'm playing EU5. All right. I can play EU5 right now? Yo, secret shadow release of EU5 confirmed. I know, I could play Mayo and Taxis as well. I know, I could do that, but I'd like to get some achievements done before that. Plus, there's some updates going on with Mayo and Taxis right now on UI stuff. So I was gonna wait for that to be done before I even thought about playing it again. But now I don't know how much more updates they're gonna do for Mayo and Taxis for EU4. I don't know what their plan is. All right, that's it for today. Everybody have a good day / evening / morning / whatever time it may be for you. For the EU4 heads, I will see you tomorrow. For people who only joined to watch Stellaris, thank you for hanging out. I will probably stream Stellaris again at some point. Maybe the Knights of the Toxic God. We can find God in Stellaris, and hopefully it doesn't kill us. It's Stellaris, so there's a pretty good chance it will. But that's going to be it for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.